What is common between Elsa from Frozen, Angelina Jolie, Ninja Hattori, and Noddy? Couldn't guess? Well, it's Meghana Erande Joshi, the leading voice artist in India today. She has a voice artist career spanning 3 decades. And she has voiced characters from Indian animation, dubbed for foreign content in Hindi and Marathi. And she has been acting since 1989. It is my pleasure to have her on Beat Se Alag. Welcome, Meghana.
Hi, Teju. Hi. So good to be part of your show, and I'm honored to be here today.
Thank you, Meghana. I never thought I would interview you. Last I worked with you was when I was assistant director 17 years back on Abhay Maya. Thank you.
It's always pleasure working with you because you are an amazing human being. You're the best mom, excellent and brilliant script writer, amazing director, and a lovely friend.
Thank you. Meghana, I want this interview to be a little different. Usually they might be requesting you to voice Noddy and other characters. I want to understand what goes behind making of a voiceover artist. So,
thank you for conducting this unique interview where I'm not asked to do voices.
My first question to you would be, what is the requirement to become a voiceover artist?
Okay. First of all, voice is the best gift to mankind from God. So I think the most important requirement is you need to love your voice and you need to have a good voice. Okay. And the best part is that there is no bad voice. Okay. We all have good voice. And first of all, you need to recognize your voice. Recognizing a voice means what type of voice you have. Whether you have sharp voice, whether you have bass voice, whether you have squeaky voice, you have high pitch, you have low pitch. So basically you need to understand whether it is husky or what type of voice you have. Okay, so that is your first requirement, that you need to understand your own voice so you can experiment or you can modulate your own voice. So there are 2 more things which are important. That is speed. Generally, you and me, Teju, we speak little faster. In our daily lives, we speak little faster, right? With little high pitch. Right. So you need to understand there are 7 volumes and 7 speeds. So what kind of speed is yours, or what kind of volume is it very high, is it very low? So you need to know the normal category of your own voice. And yes, I guess to love yourself, and you need to be well read. If you can speak properly, you can be a voiceover artist.
Interesting. See, when you spoke about 7 different types of volumes, or none of us are actually aware of all these things. In your career spanning 3 decades, 30 years, I'm sure there must be quite a few challenges that you faced, or any interesting episode that must have happened. So could you
absolutely, it's a very different field, because when you are acting, you're seen, you're in front of people, you have makeup, you have costumes, you have sets, you have so many things. But when you're voicing or when you're doing voice acting, your voice is the only medium which you're using. So you need to be very, very, very specific. You need to be very careful in modulating, or when you're voicing. Basically, we go to the studio and we get to see there is a monitor like TV. Okay, what TVs we have, the same way we have a monitor. Then we have headphones. In headphone, we get to hear the pilot, which is a dubbing track, which is given to us, and we have script in our hands. So at a time, the biggest challenge is you need to sync with the character. Okay, so you're watching that character, you're reading the script, your ears are on the lines, and at the same time, you're thinking about that character. So the main challenge is being a voiceover artist is you're doing 10 different things at a time. And you have very little time. You just do one rehearsal and one take. So
My
you
God.
need to be very very specific. कहाँ पे pause लिया है, कहाँ पे उसने emotion change किया है, कहाँ पे what is the voice that you need to maintain. So sustaining your voice, एक अच्छा take करना is a challenge for you.
I'm sure. And to maintain that different voice which you actually have created for the character, to maintain it throughout your days of voicing.
Yeah,
Whatever
so when
one.
you asked me about challenge, I just thought of a movie called Samantar. So I have worked with Amol Kaka, Amol Palekar. I used to act in his serial called Railway Children. So after so many years, again we met for the dubbing of Samantar, and I asked him, "What character do you want me to dub?" And he said, "Sharmila ji." He calls me Mithu, so he said, "Mithu, Aparna, Sharmila ji ka naam." And I was shocked. I said, "What are you saying, Kaka? I mean, I'm in my late 20s, she's in her late 50s. How am I going to match the tone?" So he said, "That's the work of voiceover artist, right?" So you need to understand, if you understand that character and if you adopt her style, okay, there are small little nuances. So if you can get that, like when I say prayas, but when Sharmila ji say prayas, so that year is little prolonged. So if you adopt that style, or if you observe that character, if you sink in with that character, I think you can dub any character. So it was
I,
a good
su-
experience. And
I
in
suppose
one
you
of
have
the scenes,
also voiced another character in the same movie?
yes, there is a scene where it's his for 60th birthday. So I've done for the kid. Then there's this mid-age woman and Aji and one more character. So two, three characters I've dubbed in one scene in Samantha.
My God, आपकी मैडम आपकी पैर कहाँ है? How can
No,
you
no,
do
no.
that? Boy.
अरे नहीं, it's all hard work in any profession. आपके profession में भी, even in your profession, it's always hard work, right? So
That
I
is
think in voicing, it's always like 99% of hard work and 1% of luck.
You're modest. You're truly modest. But tell me, is accent also a challenge?
Yes, a lot, because I have studied in Balmohan Vidya Mandir. Okay, so in Balmohan, it's like they start ABCD in 5th grade. Even in English class, we speak in Marathi, because Balmohan Vidya Mandir is about you being a good human being more than you speaking a good English or fluent English.
We know all
The focus is.
about Balmohan Vidya Mandir. So you will go on about your school.
So, what happened is I started shooting for English Babu Desi name when I was in 6th standard. Okay. So I met Shah Rukh Khan. Unfortunately, you can't see me. You can see me only in long shots, because then the shoot was postponed and they shot after 3 years. So I couldn't, shoot for them again. And there were some problems. But those 6 days and 6 nights were the most, memorable days of my life, because I worked with Shah Rukh Khan. So when I went and I met him, and he started talking to me in English. Hi, this atmosphere is really good, and I really like your character. It's really good, and I'm sure you'll nail it. Okay. And I was like, okay, speak slow. I don't understand English. So Shah Rukh Khan, he just came to me and he said, अच्छा ठीक है, don't get uncomfortable. But आपने मुझे ये इंग्लिश में ही कहा कि आपको इंग्लिश नहीं ठीक से समझ में आ रही है. So I said, नहीं, उतना तो बोल सकते हो. Then he said, okay, tell me one thing, कि आप अच्छी लैंग्वेज कब बोलना शुरू किए? कौन सी लैंग्वेज है जो आप बहुत अच्छा बोलते हो? So I said, मराठी. मैं मराठी में बहुत अच्छा बात करती हूँ. So he said, कि आप कितने साल की थी तब मराठी बोलने लगी? I said, मैं 5-6 साल की थी, तब से मैं अच्छी मराठी बोलती हूँ. So he said, I'm giving you 5 to 6 years more and learn English. If you can speak Marathi in 5 years, then definitely you can, command over English. And then I met him after 20 years and I told him, because you gave me the confidence, now I can dub in English also. But the best part is ki, when you dub in other languages, you have supervisors with you, where they would tell you it's not choti E, it's badi E, or it's it's not ver. So, there are supervisors, so you need to be a director's pet at that time. So, see, if I want to sing like Twinkle Twinkle, so I would sing in Japanese like
Kira kira hikaru osora no hoshiyo mabata kishite wa minna wo miteru. Kira kira hikaru osora no hoshiyo.
So not necessary कि मुझे पूरी Japanese language आती है, but जो मैं गाने वाली हूँ, जो मैं बोलने वाली हूँ, if I understand that also, it is more than enough for that time, जब आप take कर रहे हो. So I have done one ad. I still remember. I was very young. So मैंने वो मराठी में देवनागरी में I wrote that thing. फिर मगअप किया. Then I understood what am I saying and then I spoke. ಎಂತೈನಾನಿ ಕೊಡ್ತನ್ನೇಗ shampoo का दूध 100 पैकेट सब्बू लेकुंडा मुरीकी पोದುगा. So you need to have will. Don't get scared. You can do it. And the best part about dubbing is there is a retake. You're not performing on stage where there is no retake. So that अगर कुछ गलती होती भी है कहीं यहाँ वहाँ 19-20 होता है, then you have a chance. But once you start competing with your own, the competition is with yourself, then you start कि नहीं मैं अच्छा take करूँगी, one take okay करूँगी. So accent is not, it shouldn't be a problem. With practice, if you read properly, okay, if you observe people properly, if you practice properly, you can do accents.
Awesome. So you understand the meaning, and then along with practice and working with supervisors, you can do a good job.
And don't get deviated, because we have lot of, many a times when you get the script, you're thinking about you're playing on mobile or you're talking about something else, you're gossiping. Don't do that. Just concentrate on your lines. Forget about everything. It's just you and your lines.
You need to tell that to actors as well. Once you get the script, please concentrate on what you have been doing. You are supposed to do. Okay, tell me this AI or equipments which can easily tweak voices. Do you also see them as a challenge to voiceover artists?
It's both pros and cons. Like when you have auto tuners, it is automatically your voice is tuned. Okay, or it is treated. So
I don't have to talk like that because my voice is treated. But if I can do it naturally, it's a different thing.
So so one line say, मुझे तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू में आके बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. So this line can be treated in 1,000 different ways, right?
Okay.
But this is what original content I'm creating for you. Okay, so yes, there are two things for artists like me who are old school and who wants to have hands-on experience, go to studio and mic को नमस्कार करके फिर तुमको dub करना है. For us, it is bit different कि नहीं, we don't want to use it. We need to know our strength and weakness. Okay, I'll push my limits and I'll dub whatever the character is given. But I think again it's a boon because now you don't need to go to the studio. Okay, you can be anywhere in India and you can dub any character with the technology. So it's both the things. It's good for newcomers that more exposure is there, but it's not good for artists like us because then you don't get gel with new things. But you need to be with the times. So yeah, it's
I
both.
think you have created your own niche. I mean, no amount of AI or equipments or editing can replace Meghana.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. And basically, it's, change. There's nothing constant, right? Even the change itself keeps on changing. So yeah, earlier it was like, बहुत ही pneumatic पे dub कर रहे हो, कुछ अलग dub कर रहे हो, punch in punch out था. Now it is very digital. फिर Pro Tools है, Nuendo है. So अगर मैं गलत टेक करती हूँ, सिंक भी नहीं करती हूँ, तो मेरा रिकॉर्डिस्ट मुझे उतनी मदद कर देता है. So it's like give and take. So I think technology is good.
What advice would you like to give to young people who look at this field?
You need to practice on your own. First of all, start reading out. Okay, start reading. Then observe things. Then record yourself. Listen to yourself. And if you feel I can do it, if you're confident enough, then get into this, and you need to be patient because एक रातों रात आपको काम मिल जाएगा ऐसा नहीं है. There is a lot of competition here. So, but you can do it.
Perseverance is
Still,
a
I don't
must.
want-
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want you to get disappointed कि अरे ये क्या बोल रहा हो. नहीं, you can do it. It's an amazing field and it is so satisfying, I'm telling you. When you dub certain character and when you hear it back and when people say, oh wow, ऐसा लग ही नहीं रहा कि ये dub किया हुआ है, then you feel really good. So it is a good, and you get handsome, good amount of money also. It's not that बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब acting इतने पैसे तो नहीं मिलते हैं, पर गुजारा हो सकता है इतने पैसे तो definitely मिलते हैं, but there is lot of competition. And सिर्फ वर्कशॉप करके ही आप और नहीं, it can be like आप एकलव्य भी बन सकते हो.
Awesome. My God. Before interviewing you, I know you, but I really had to Google to find out that this girl did voice for Noddy and Pamela Anderson and Angelina Jolie. My God, you have a multiple personality disorder. And all of us thank God for that. Thanks a lot, Meghana, for being here.
Yeah,
and
before
actually,
we go to the end, I would like to ask you, because you're the best scriptwriter I know. So, are there any challenges to you as a scriptwriter? Because when you write, do you have any voice in the mind for that character, or is that sketch voice, character sketch or Bible? How it goes?
I when I write, develop scripts for plays as such, I write plays. I don't work for television. But when I do my plays, I have the entire character sketch in my mind. If the character is 40-year-old, in mind and on paper. So the financial, social, economic, political influences that character might have been through. And they come in handy anywhere in the script. You always can use any of those points. And I think when you do your voice for those characters, these things I'm sure must be coming in handy. Where does that character stay?
Script writers are very, very, very important for us, because whatever they write, if they write in meter, then only we can give better sync. So script writers are very important for us.
Thank you. So yeah, before we come to an end, would you like to say something? One last part?
I would like to sing a song to my dear friend Teju. This is for you.
You're my honey bun, sugar plum, funky yunky yumkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake, gumdrops, pickum bria, the apple of my eye. And I love you so, and I want you to know that I'll always be that cat. And I love to sing besides to you, because you are so dear. Thank you.
And this girl also did Angelina Jolie. Can you believe that? Thank you, Meghana. It was so much fun. I'm sure everyone is going to be enjoying this episode. Totally.
Yes, and thank you for having me.
Just
Thank
like
you so much, Teju. Thank you.